Hello and welcome to Sunless Sea. It's a sort of roguelike ship game, kind of. Yeah, I'm just going to play the game. That'll explain it better than I can, because I'm terrible at explaining things. Which is good. It's kind of steampunky. You're set in fallen London, which I think is like London has been stolen by evil bats or something and it's fallen under the ground. And you are now in the Untersee, which we will be exploring through the course of the game. So, first of all, we've got to choose a past, or not. You can just not do that. That's also an option. But we're going to choose a past. So, I believe I can be a street urchin, a poet, a veteran of the campaign of '68, a priest, or a natural philosopher. I think I'm going to go for an urchin this time. So because I'm an urchin, I gain 25 veils, which is one of the various sort of attributes that are up here. So you've got hearts, which is inspire, heal, and defend. Veils, speed, stealth, deception. Pages, sort of knowledge. Mirrors, deception and perception. And iron, destroy. Must destroy. I've also gained a crew member and formed the Longshanks Gunner. 10 echoes. And I've lost the quality that lets me choose my past, but I'm not so bothered about that. So I've got to choose an ambition. Can look for my father's bones. I can gather 100 taels and learn all you can of the sea. Or I can master peace and retire, or I can attempt to be rich, which is what I'm going to go for. There was a fourth one there, which was claiming your own kingdom or something along those lines. But you can't choose that from the beginning, but that's okay. Might find that later, might not. So, what term of address do you prefer ashore? Madam? I don't think so. Sir? Maybe? Citizen? My lord, my lady, or captain? We are the captain. The one and only captain. There will probably be more captains, but none will be me. So, Miasma the captain. Captain Miasma. Not a pirate, I promise. Anyway. So, what have I got? I've got my lodgings, where I shall read the morning paper, which gives me 1 supplies, which is here. 6 supplies. Got 10 fuel. Supplies is like food, but can be used for other stuff, including repairing the ship. Fuel is fuel. Used to go places. Handy. And this is the terrameter. Tells me how terrified we all are. Which is useful. Hull. Speed. Hold capacity. That's the logbook. And that's how many crew I've got. Run out of crew, you're dead. Ship is lost, etc. But yeah. I've also gained some recent news, which you can trade for stuff. Which is nice. So, what have I got here? Advice for captains. This is just a book that effectively tells you how to play the game. But I've played the game before. So I'm going to sell it. For 50 echo. Which is the currency. Delicious currency. So, as I'm in London, I will visit the Admiralty Survey Office. And they will give me a job, I believe. Retrieve strategic information from the Iron Misery Company Funging Station, somewhere not far from home waters. Okay? Can't go there yet. Need favours of the Admiralty to go there. Can try and get on some more crew, but I've got 8 out of 10. I'm not that worried. So what we are going to do, however, is offer passage to a tomb colonist. And we shall take them to Venderbite. Okay. So we're going to visit the shops before we go. And we're going to grab... where would it be? It's here, yes, fuel. Fuel and supplies. So supplies cost 20, fuels for 10. Grab some more supplies. And some more fuel, because it's always going to be useful. And we can't really get any significant upgrades yet. I think that should be it. Is there anything else? Ah, yes. I have a whisper-locked puzzle box. And this is because I played the sort of side game, which is just called Fallen London, free on the internet. It's sort of like those odd Facebook games, where you've only got so many actions per day, and that sort of thing. But I don't think it's connected to Facebook. It might be, I don't know. But I haven't connected it to Facebook. And, yeah, it's interesting. It's got a better story sort of to it than any of those games ever have that I've seen. And it is just sort of an interesting setting. So if you're interested in stuff like that, might be worth a look. Might not be though. It's quite well written, as is this game in places. But yeah, off we go. Sailing. We are close to Hunter's Keep, which is worth a visit. Always worth a visit to Hunter's Keep. Get a free provision. Or a not so free provision, depending. Also you can gather port reports, which you can hand in for money and fuel at the Admiralty Survey Office, which is nice. It's good to be able to hand these things in. See what's going on, but yeah. I reckon these first couple of episodes are just going to be me going through my basic routes, which is what I like to do when I start the game. So, what should we do here? Hunter's Keep. A hump of dark rock swathed in mist, like 100 other Untersea islands. But here's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns impossibly green and lush in the false starlight, raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. So there's some sort of options here. Reconnoiter the island. Have a look. One port report. Good to have. Take a couple of burly sailors with you just in case, but the gardens are tranquil as moonlight. Let's go there. The lawns are neatly trimmed and the night flowers of the neath bloom are here in profusion. You watch the hedgerows, but nothing comes to menace you. You can savour the peace. There is a pointed cough from the shadow of the potting shed. An angular woman in a maid's uniform, her eyes peculiarly sulphurous yellow, advances. Frowning, she indicates the house, turns on her heels and leaves. So, they will have heard your ship coming in. Why hide? Go! Maid with smouldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlour where 3 young women wait. A visitor, the youngest cries, and the next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia, the noisy one is Phoebe, the cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? Yes, I will. And I will join Cynthia. Why not? So, grasps your arm and whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue, her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. It seems to you that you are sitting on a hillside above a wide blue lake, listening to a story of a murder, an axe, a net, blood on scented water. Another chop? Cynthia asks. You've barely touched your food. Here, I'll have the maid wrap something up for you. You can't be hungry. It's not safe to be hungry. Lost 20 hunger. Hey. Acquainted with the sisters, gods of the Z's, Salt's attention. Iron remains unchanged at 25. I have 1 tale of terror, and I've gained a terror, and 1 supply. And that's all unless I want to give them some recent news, which I think I'll take to Venderbite, and see what I can get for it there. Okay, so, let me explain all the stuff down here, because it's horrible. This is the Z-Bat. You'll find islands for me. Pretty simple. The light. Toggles the lights. Having the lights off will make you scared faster, but it will be better for fuel. This is some bats. Delicious bats. And we're going to sneak up on them, because we're terrible. And then we're going to shoot them with a cannon. Because that's what you do with bats. Bats can definitely be shot with cannons. Though in fairness, these are bats that are denting my ship. There we go. Gather up the corpses into the pot, or dispose of the corpses. I'm going to grab them up for 1 supply. I'm going to sound the all clear. Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh, the Z-Bath lights. You can use this to repair your ship. That'll use supplies. And you can only do that if your hull is at 50% or better. Full power to the engines makes you move faster, you consume fuel, and you have a chance of overloading. Pause. Pretty self-explanatory. The gazette here, which just shows you this stuff, where you can access your hold, journal, and your officers. You can speak to them. Increase your island, you can spend secrets to increase these skills with various people. Let's ask what she wants from life. Khan's shadow. It's like the flit at Z, right? No one to tell you what to say or do, and no one to kick you downstairs just because you got a little bit tall. Be a faithful officer, but put me ashore at the shadow and I won't forget you. So she wants to go there. For some reason, presumably. And this is the main menu. Don't want to see that. That's the main menu. It's not really relevant to any gameplay. Oh, I should actually explain this. I just sort of remembered about this. The Invictus token. That means that I'm in unforgiving mode. Oh, joy of joys. And that effectively prevents me from saving away from ports. I mean, you can switch from unforgiving to merciful, but where's the fun in that? So we're going to keep going, no. So we're just going to keep going in unforgiving mode. Which may make it awkward because I'm recording, but whatever. We will make it back to port, and that's that. I'll just have to keep going. Okay. You brought this decaying immigrant north, now what? Your tomb colonist passenger yanks off her bandages. She looks remarkably healthy for a tomb colonist. I'm not as dead as I look, and I won't get ashore without your help. Yes, the constables are looking for me back home. Is that a problem? No, it is not. And I have one menace's suspicion. But I've gained 200 echo and 1 veils, which is nice. 200 echo, decent amount of money. Can do alright with that for a bit. And as we are in Venderbright, let us grab a port report. Always worth doing. We can explore, so we may as well. On the building there seems abandoned. A raggedy fellow. Captain, I'm a good seaman, I'm yours if you'll have me. Will you have me? I'm hungry, I'll work hard. Seems likely enough, and a little ragged and sorrowful. We'll grab him. Good to have an extra hand. A skilled crewman. This is the sailor who came begging to you for a berth. He's done good work, this one, but he's keeping a little shrine to the salt, the nameless god of the horizon, at the back of the hold. Out here, a captain needs all the help he can get, even from sad, strange gods of farewells. Well, you have none of this nonsense. If the salt even exists, its attention is dangerous. I think we've already got that one's attention, so we're just gonna keep it. Let him keep his salt circle and his chalked arrow. Soft breeze come out of the east, the salt's direction, touses your hair, passes. I reckon if I'd thrown him off I'd have been cursed or something horrible. That can happen. Has happened to me previously. Don't know what it did. I don't think I ever died, but equally I think I stopped playing around that time for whatever reason. So what is this? Sea Captain is the first curator gives audience. That's all I need to know. Saw the sign. Let's go. So, Z Captain, Silkskin, not much left of me. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium. Bring me colours. 7 colours. Pay well. 7 colours? Cosmogon, Iligo, Pelegin, Steward has list. Find them here and there, across the wide black sea. We're going to do it. We will find the 7 colours, which will be Pelegin, Irigo, Virik, Violent, Apokian, one of those, maybe. Gant and Cosmogon. We'll do that. Last door operator to replace 12 supplies with 12 tomb colonists. We've only got 12 supplies. So let's not do that. Right, we've been here. We've done what I wanted to do. We've delivered the tomb colonist. We've got some cash. We've picked up a big sort of quest that will take a long time to do. That I don't know how to even complete. I don't think I've ever found one of the colours. So there. That might be an issue, but whatever. And now we will head back to London. They will sort of hug the coast this time, because there are... When you find these named places, you get fragments. And if you get a certain amount of fragments, depending on your page's skill, you get secrets, which can be used to increase your skills. Delicious skills. There are some named places along the coast, so we're going to go there and have a look-see. Always a good plan. See, Davies Bay. Would have never seen Davies Bay if I'd just gone straight back. Don't be silly. The Prickfinger Wastes. Everyone wants to visit the Prickfinger Wastes. Lovely place, I'm sure. Oh, ding. St. Erasmus dancing. Something awaits you in port. Good. That means there may be interesting things happening in port when I arrive. Or there might not be. Sometimes it's dull. But that's, you know, useful. Dull but useful generally. Which is almost preferable, if I'm honest. As much as I love exciting things, some could say that being shot at is exciting. But I don't want people to shoot at me too much in a game. Don't shoot at me at all in real life. Please no. That's not useful. Oh, a bat. Oh, it's just vanished. Okay. Let's not worry about that. I guess bats replace pigeons in this world. Who needs pigeons here? We have bats. That fade away into nothingness. And this bat has very low velocity, and it's just gone. Vanished. Just hovering. And... oh. An inspection by the Ministry of Public Decency. Some things are too illegal for the Customs Service to admit the existence of. The Ministry are here looking for those. Well, I've got nothing to hide. Lost one menace's suspicion. Good. Collect messages from the Harbour Master. Another day, a free evening. Something has changed underneath, apparently. And someone wants to sign on. Ah. Now, before we continue, I think that's the end of the episode. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoy. There'll be another one coming out soon, within the week. I've actually got a schedule now, but I can't remember what it is at the moment. So there. See you then.